Hello, dear students. Today we're going to continue speaking about characteristics and classification of living organisms. Let's start. Classification of living things. Classification helps us to impose order and a general plan on the diversity of living things. Scientists have always tried to organize and classify the objects, including living organisms around them. Classification can be defined as grouping organisms according to their structural similarities. This means that organisms that share similar features are placed in one group. These groups are arranged from the largest group of organisms to the smallest group of organisms. The groups from largest to smallest are arranged as follows: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. The species is the smallest group of organisms. As we go through the classification hierarchy, we will see that scientists have used broader features to put organisms into kingdoms, which are the largest groups of organisms. When we move down towards the species, which are the smallest groups of organisms, features are becoming specific. In other words, two organisms that belong to the same species share more features than those in the same kingdom but in different species. A species can be defined as a group of organisms with similar features, and these organisms are capable of breeding and produce fertile offspring. We are probably aware of the fact that horses and donkeys belong to the same kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, as well as genus, but they are from different species. Therefore, if a donkey and a horse happen to breed, they produce an offspring called a mule. The mule is infertile, meaning that it cannot reproduce offspring because it is a product of organisms of different species. Classification hierarchy has many uses. First, it helps scientists to sort organisms in order. Second, it helps them to identify new organisms by finding out which group they fit. Third, it is easier to study organisms when they are sorted in groups. The hierarchical classification system. There are various sizes of groups into which living organisms are put. The largest group is the kingdom. There are 6 kingdoms: bacteria, protists, archaea, fungi, plants, and animals. Bacteria. These are unicellular microorganisms that do not have a nuclear membrane. Protists. These are unicellular organisms usually much larger than bacteria. They can be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Archaea. They are prokaryotic forms of life sharing some features with bacteria and other features with eukarya. Archaea comprise only single-celled organisms and are devoid of nuclei. Fungi. They are multicellular and dependent on the decomposition of organic matter because they cannot produce their own food. Plants. They are multicellular and autotrophic. They use photosynthesis to produce food from sunlight. Animals. Animals are multicellular. They are heterotrophs and depend on food from other organisms. Each kingdom is further divided into smaller groups called phyla based on a few features that are shared by some organisms. For example, the arthropod phylum contains all the animals without a backbone that also have jointed legs and a hard covering over their body, such as insects, crustaceans, and spiders. A phylum is then subdivided into classes, orders, families, genera, and finally species. In this system of classification, the various groups are called taxa. That is the end of our video session. Next time, we're going to speak about cell theory. Thank you for your attention.